everyone, welcome back to another weekly rotations video. We are now week number, I think, 19 in the series that started since the beginning of the year, showing you everything I've worn all through the week from Sunday through Saturday, everything from day to night. Some things are designer, some things are niche, but most of it is going to be cheapies because that is what I enjoy collecting and what this channel is about. So starting off, we're actually starting off on Monday, and it's actually one that I can't talk about what I wore because it's one that's going to be in a future video. I don't want to give out the surprise just yet, but I will say for that nighttime when I came back home from work, I wore this one here by Banana Republic. It is called Modern. And I've seen this a lot at rack stores like Ross mainly. I did look it up a little bit on Fragrantica just to kind of see what the note breakdown was and kind of what the ratings were. And I was kind of mixed about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get it because you can't really believe everything you see on Fragrantica anyway. And I gotta say, this is actually really, really good. It's a very fresh, almost citric, a little ambery, woody, a slightly spicy, a little deeper, almost sweet kind of aspect to it. Very, very reminiscent to something like Versace Dylan Blue. So it is kind of like a blue style fragrance, but more in that style. It's not as complex as Versace Dylan Blue, not as smoky, and it's not going to be as, you know, ambroxan, ambery heavy, but it's definitely similar to it. It has a little bit of an earthy feel to it that's similar to that, but this stuff is actually really, really well appealing. It's also not as good performing as Versace Dylan Blue, but I mean, I think I picked this up for like $14 for this small size. Not bad at all, and still very underrated. Doesn't get looked at a whole lot online, at least not that I've seen. So really good. If you do happen to see this again for even a full-size bottle for about the same price or a little more, definitely recommend picking this one up. I mean, it's really good for spring, summer, day or night, out and about. I mean, even fall time I think is really good with this as well. Just really, really versatile and really, really nice. I think younger guys or older guys would enjoy it just the same. It's just an all-around, very enjoyable fragrance to wear. So yeah, and also can probably be pretty good compliment puller, but I'm gonna try to wear this one a lot more. That way I can do a little more talk about it later. But yeah, really, really good. Then that Tuesday work day, I wore one that I talked about before on here. I really like it. It's a Hype Beast cologne and it has been for a little while since it's been out, especially on one from Skull of Sense. Really, really hyped this one up. But it's by Lattafa and it is Al Nashama Caprice. And of course, if you've already heard me talk about this or if you've already seen this online, you know that this is a clone replication of Yves Saint Laurent's La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. Very, very heavy on the cardamom spiciness, but it has a little more of a citrus fresh factor to it, almost an aquatic airiness mixed in with it. But the dominant note is that cardamom, slightly sweet, very spicy, a little powdery, but this is an amazing, amazing clone. And I really didn't think a whole lot about it when I first got it because I didn't let it sit and macerate. And I thought it was very poor performing and very lackluster and very empty. But after letting it macerate, like most of the, Lattafas and other Middle Eastern clone houses, it got way better. It's way richer, especially when I first sprayed it on. It was like a deep, dense cardamom, super, super good. Really, really nice, super easy to wear. It has a classiness about it, and I know I keep opening it because I want to keep smelling it, but it has a classiness about it too, but yet it's not too classy where you can't wear it casually. You can easily wear it either time, spring, summer, fall, any time of the day, any occasion. It's really, really versatile. You can think of it as basically a blue version of La Nuit de l'Homme's scent profile, that cardamom spiciness, just as sexy, really well rounded, and the quality on this is super, super good, like really amazing. I know it's very hard to get a hold of because it is so hyped and a lot of people get it, but if you can get your hands on this, it's really good. Oh, and performance on this one too is not that bad either. I mean, it's way better than what it was before. It lasted me pretty much the whole day, not a whole lot of projection, but pretty good longevity, about 6 to 7 hours. So really, really good. Again, highly recommend this one. Not gonna be hard to get a hold of, but if you can get it for a good price, definitely want to get it. Then that Wednesday, I wore one that is a favorite from this particular house. It's hyped up a lot as being the better alternative to another very hyped designer fragrance. It is by Prada, and it's Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. So this, of course, is a take or their inspiration and take on Dior Sauvage, that very pink pepper and ambroxan heavy, slightly sweet profile, but they add their Prada soapiness to it, basically taking that DNA, adding a powdery, soapy, cleaner kind of quality and essence to it. I know George from the Fragrance Apprentice always said that it's like if someone took Dior Sauvage, like Dior Sauvage was like this rough, gruff, very rebel type of person. And then some old lady took him in off the street and cleaned him up and groomed him up. It didn't smell like this here, which is a great analogy. Really, really easy to wear. And because it is in that same Embroxen style of, Dior Sauvage, a lot of people will go easily nose blind to this. And I know I do as well. Of course, Prada is a little hit or miss on the performance of a lot of their flankers. People say it doesn't perform that well. But I think with this one in particular, it's just a nose blind or nose fatigue kind of thing where you get so used to that certain kind of aroma chemical that it just dies off in your nose, even though it still may be there. Very similar to something like Baccarat Rouge 540, that kind of profile. Anything with that DNA will go nose blind too easy. I think it's kind of the same for Dior Sauvage as well, but I actually get better performance out of this one every time I wear it. I don't know if I'm getting more used to it or if I notice it more, but I do get better performance out of it. This past time I wore it, I noticed it on my clothes and my skin easily at the end of the workday, but it's very easy to wear. Of course, like I said, I wore it at work, so this also makes for a very easy office fragrance, but it's also very casual, maybe a little classed up as well, because it is a more like a soapy, clean, groomed up version of Dior Sauvage. I mean, really all year round, probably aside from the cold of winter, but spring, summer, easily, fall, easily, day or night. I mean, this thing is super versatile, just like Dior Sauvage, but yeah, really good. It's not really a cheapie. I think you can get it pretty cheap at discounters online, which is where I would suggest getting it, but still, the profile itself is really, really good, very easy to like, and a huge compliment getter as well. And then that night, that Wednesday night, I had a small groups here at my house where a lot of church people gathered together. We ate, we talked, fellowship, had a good time, showed a lot of people my fragrances. And I wore one that I have hyped about for a long time, and I will continue to hype about because it seems like it gets better and better. Is by Lattafa, and it is Body Al Oud for Honor and Glory. I think I talked about this one in one of my date night videos, and also my favorite Lattafa or favorite clone fragrances that I have. I think it's actually my favorite Lattafa ones because it isn't really a clone of anything. It's similar to some things, but it's really an original, which makes it even more valuable and really kind of a little more interesting as well. I mean, there's a lot of things you can get that are clones, but to have an original from this house and for it to be this good is really, really nice. I know I've already talked about it before, but quickly how I talk about this is one that is very, very pineapple fruits forward in the beginning, very vanillic, sweet, a little spicy. I think there's like cinnamon in here. There's also a creme brulee note in here, adding in like a darker, sugary, brown sugar, kind of a caramelized sugar kind of feel to it. And then it dries down, having a good bit of woods that come out. It's a very musky fragrance as well, but the fruitiness stays through, and that vanilla and all the other kind of sweeter notes that come out as well. It stays pretty fresh, but very light. The musks that are in here, I can't emphasize this enough, but the musks that are in this helps it keep very light, airy, and not too dense, not too heavy where you can't wear this even in the summertime. Really, really, really good. I mean, this stuff is so smooth. It's so good. It's so good. It's way more versatile than what it sounds. I know I'm talking about it and you're like, oh man, it's a super sweet fragrance, which it kind of is, but it's not too sweet where you can't wear it in warmer weather because it does have the freshness of that fruitiness and that musk and things like that, which I've worn this in the dead heat of summer at the beach, and it worked out perfectly, especially at nighttime. I think summer nights work out very well with this one. I mean, but you could easily wear this, of course, with the sweeter notes that are in this in the colder weather like fall and winter. I've worn it just the same. It's super versatile. I think it can be a little difficult to get a hold of because a lot of people hype this online and a lot of people are trying to go out and get it. And the price range ranges from about like the high 20s to mid 30s, but really I think it's very well worth it, especially for the quality you get in this. And like I've said before, performance of this is no slouch either. This lasted all through the night, project off very well. I didn't wear a whole lot of it on because I was in a lot of people around. I didn't want to be, too overbearing, but I have worn this thing up and smelled it on my clothes the next day and smelled it on my skin well through the night. So yeah, really, really good stuff. Highly recommend it. Again, Body Al Oud for Honor and Glory. It's in a whole line of other things that Lattafa has along with it, and I want to get those other ones as well, but for me, this one will always be the king of those. And then the Thursday, I wore one that I actually featured in my 5 signature cheapies video, I think that I released last year, and it's one that's also a big favorite of Dustin from the Fragrance Fan channel. He really loves this one, and I really do too. A friend of mine that I have that's also huge in the fragrances wears this one on the regular. He absolutely loves it. It's one of his signatures. I don't get to wear it as often because I have all the other ones to wear, but I do really enjoy when I do wear it. It is by Bentley, and it is for men Black Edition. This is one that is very, very fresh on the top. Oh, it's so good. A very dominant violet note on the top, kind of piercing through, making it even more fresh, more bright, a little effervescent, kind of just piercing freshness. And a little bit of a sweet notes in there as well. I think there's actually a sweet accord or sweet notes that's actually listing. It says sweet notes. It is sweet, but not too sweet, enough to just add a likability to that freshness. It also has some darker aspects in here, like some incense. It has some earthy notes in here, adding a little bit, again, more denseness, a more nuanced feel to it. A good bit of almost a fruitiness, a little bit of a woodiness that comes up through it as well. It's very, very interesting. It's hard to really pinpoint any single note because everything works so well. Like you smell one thing here, and then you smell one thing here, and smell one thing there, with a lot of other things in the background. It's very, very well blended, and some people don't like if things are blended that well, but I do. It depends on what the note is focusing on, but really there's no focus on a certain note. In this one, it's just supposed to be a very classy, freshy, signature style fragrance, and it's exactly what it is. Almost like a blue style in a way, but with a twist on it. You can easily wear this all year round, especially spring, summer, fall time, winter time. I think you can wear it as well. It does, like I said, have a little bit of a darker aspect to it as it dries down, but it's not too dark where you can't wear it in the warmer weather. This thing is just super versatile and super, super likable. This thing pulls compliments like crazy. Every time I smell this on my friend, I always compliment him on it because I'm like, I can't help but tell you that it smells good because I do really like it as well. And he gets compliments on that all the time with people he's around. And performance on this is really good as well. I mean, easily the 6+ hour range with a medium to loud projection. Really, really nice. I mean, this stuff is really all around one of the best cheapies you can get for the quality. I know they have this at retail stores like Belk. You can go in and smell it and buy it, but don't pay that high price for it if you want the best bang for buck, and also to kind of see how good things can get on a cheaper price. This is a good example of that. Really, really good. I think I got this for like the high 20s, low 30s, which is really good for this kind of quality. Really love it. Oh, so good. It smells very classy, but also you can wear it in more casual settings as well. It just works all around very well. But yeah, if you haven't got your hands on this yet, highly, highly recommend it. Bentley for Men Black Edition. And that Friday, the last day of the work week, decided to wear one that I haven't worn a whole lot, but I do consider it one of my signatures. Even though I have all this collection, I do wear this one a fair bit, and I really like it. And it isn't just because of whose name is on this, even though I am a fan of his work and I do like his YouTube channel, and anyone who's in the fragrance community probably likes his YouTube channel as well. But it is by Michael Malone, featuring Gentsense as the kind of creative director. It is Terra Nova, the fragrance that almost won Fragrance of the Year. I think it was last year or the year before that one, and it only got beat up by Terra Mez. I think it was Au Givre, which Ash from Gentsense kind of forgives because that one is a really good fragrance, but this one is really good as well. Super, super nice. Very similar to something like Bulgari's Tiger or Louis Vuitton's L'Immensité. And I do have two clones that are of those two fragrances, but this one still stands out because it is more of a floral aspect. There's like a kind of like water or something lotus note in here, which makes it more unique. There's a very strong ginger and citrus note on the top, slightly sweet. It's a very ambery fragrance as well, a lot of ambroxan and a little bit of woodiness that goes through. It's a super, super classy fragrance, but still is easy to wear in casual settings as well. And of course, the quality on this is really good. Atomizer is really good. I just hate it doesn't have the magnetic cap, but that's probably not all up to Ash. But yeah, oh, this stuff's so good. Really, really, really enjoy it. And I put a good dent in juice. I mean, I have all these fragrances here, but I sprayed a good bit on this one. And performance on this is actually really good as well. A lot of people say it's a little, lacking, that, oh, it doesn't last that long, but I get really good performance out of this, especially as it's macerated, I guess, a little more, if it even can still do that, sitting on my shelf back here. I think I've had this for going on almost 3 years now. Oh, well, no, 2 years, a little over 2 years now. And yeah, I get better performance out of it every time. It lasted me almost a whole day, or at least a whole work day, like 6 hours or so with a medium projection. Really, really good. This thing is a good compliment puller as well. Got a lot of compliments while wearing this. People love it. I had one guy who smelled this and was like, oh man, that's your Get a Woman fragrance or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. But yeah, dude, really, really good. Love this stuff. Again, great quality, but more of a floral take, a little more of a sweet amber take on the Tiger kind of style, and not as like dry woody as that as well. But yeah, really good. Absolutely love this one. Again, it's not a cheapie, but there have been moments that like Fragrance Outlet or certain things online have this for almost close to $40, which is really, really good. I know my guy D Da Vinci the Poet, I think actually found some of his stuff on a huge sale. So if that is possible where you are, or where you can find things like that, then yeah, definitely pick this one up. Then that Friday night, went out with the wife and baby, and we had a good time just going out doing groceries and having, shopping for Mother's Day and just having a good time together. And it was a little cooler of a night, even though it is now the middle of May, here I am. And so I decided to wear one that fits pretty well on the date night side, especially the cooler side of things. It is by the Top of Pride, and it is Ensemble Silver. This is one that I got up in a big suggestion track call. If I buy all these cheapies, what do you suggest me get? And this is one of the suggestions, and I am glad that I picked it up because this is really, really good. Yeah, very vanillic, almost bubblegum sweet on the top. Has a little bit, I think it's some kind of herbal aromatic note that's slightly bitter, but not too overbearing. It has a good balance with the sweetness in there, but a nice aromatic herbal factor, and it goes through of airiness, like I said, vanilla, a good bit of an ambery quality, very, very, very soft woody note as it goes to dry down, but really good. This is very similar to something like Azzaro's Most Wanted or Wanted by Night, and I think because Wanted by Night now is discontinued, so if you want something that's close to that, you can get this one here. Also have the women's version of this one for my wife, which is a clone of, I think, Delina or Oriana by Parfums de Marly, which is a really, really, really good one. But yeah, perfect reflection of this one on the woman's side. But yeah, really, really good on this one. Performance, I did not get a whole lot out of it when I first wore it because I was like, man, it doesn't last that long, but people are saying that it lasts forever, but I got way better performance out of it this past time I've worn it. Like I said, it seems like it macerates and I get better performance out of it every time. About 5 to 6 hours longevity. Some people say they get more, but that's what I've noticed. And with a medium to medium loud projection, especially for that first bit of the fragrance, it is a really good one though, super high quality. I think I only got this with the mid to high 20s range, which is really, really good. But yeah, as far as something in the cooler weather, especially cool spring, fall and winter, for either day or night, especially in the fall and winter time, this is a really good one. Highly recommend it. It's a good little take on that, but also a little bit of a twist. But yeah, really, really good. And then yesterday, which was Saturday, I chilled here at the house. My wife had to go to work, but her in-laws came in just to help me take care of the baby. Then I had Thomas and his wife to come in just to visit the baby because they haven't gotten to, and just to hang out. I had a good time with everybody here and decided to wear one because it was a very, very cool day yesterday. Probably the coolest day we've had so far in May. I decided to wear one since I was around the house chilling, just so, around people that I haven't worn a whole lot of, and I really, really, really like it. It is a very, very cheap cologne that I picked up from a rack store. I think TJ Maxx, and I did a video on this whole line, and I can't recommend it enough and hype it up enough, but it is by Perfumes, and this is Contra for You. So in case you don't know about just the colorization and the style of the text, that this is a clone of Giorgio Armani's Stronger With You, which is a very, very, very sweet fragrance, very bubblegum, vanillic heavy. There's a good bit of I think hazelnut or chestnut note that comes out on the top, and a good bit of a warmth, a little bit of a woodiness that goes through, a good bit of spiciness as well. It's a very, very attractive fragrance, even though it's a little, not really outdated, but it's dated by now. It came out way earlier than you'd think. It still works very, very well, and a lot of people take that inspiration from that scent profile and they'll add to it. Even, with the top of Ensemble Silver's cloning Azzaro Most Wanted, Wanted by Night, they took the inspiration from, Stronger With You, very similar scent profile, but really, really good, guys. And this is like a $14.99 or $16.99 cheapie at a rack store, and this stuff smells one-to-one with the quality of the original Stronger With You. It is so good. Again, you get a lot of that nuttiness in there, a lot of that vanilla, obviously, but there's also a little bit of a buttery quality in this, like a sweet butter, which is super, super interesting. I never really noticed it until I wore it yesterday, but I was like, man, something smells like butter, but I know it's a chestnut note in here. Maybe it's that nuttiness mixed with that vanilla. It has almost like a buttery quality to it. I can't really explain it any other way. It is super, super attractive. And this thing easily lasted me the whole night. I sprayed it, I think at maybe 12 or 1 o'clock or so, and I smelled it even at 9 p.m. that night. So really, really good longevity with this. Very loud projector too, so be careful with how much you spray. And the quality with this, the smoothness, the blend, all of that, it is just amazing. Just absolutely incredible, especially for that price I picked it up at. It is just unheard of, really. But yeah, super, super good. I think you can still find this at rack stores pretty regularly. It's more likely TJ Maxx or Marshalls, because they are the ones that have these out on the shelves. if you do find this one, it may still be in the same looking bottle or maybe under a different kind of colorization or some kind of different look. And of course, light strong with you, you'd probably wear this one more in the cooler weather, especially fall and winter. I think even the cooler springtime as well. Some people might say you could try to pull this off in the summer, but I think, especially with how this one comes across, it's way too dense sweet. So I definitely want to wait to wear this one in more of the cooler side where it's not going to be too aggravating and too assaulting on the nostrils. But I think that wearing this in moderation probably could work, especially if you're in air conditioning in the like cooler summer nights kind of time. But yeah, really, really good. Highly recommend this one. If you can happen to find this one still at rack stores, I definitely recommend getting it and trying it out. And there you go, guys. All the things I've worn through the week from Monday through Saturday. I know that I'm recording this on Sunday, and I can't tell you what I'm wearing today because I haven't worn it yet. It's my first time wearing it, and I'll let you know what I'm wearing in a later video because I'm probably going to do a single fragrance review on it. So stay tuned for that one there. But out of all the things I've worn through the week, which one stood out more to you in particular, or which one of these do you want to pick up? Have you been looking at for a while and that maybe you had questions about? Let me know in the comments below, or even let me know what you've been wearing this past week that you really enjoy and want to recommend to me in case I don't have it. Let me know in the comments as well. But yeah, if you enjoy this video, guys, please consider giving it a like and a thumbs up. Let me know that you enjoyed it and that you want to keep seeing more content just like this one here. And I know it's a very different format, but these are how I'm doing my weekly rotation videos just to kind of shake up things quite a bit. But if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, but you do like what you see here or what you see elsewhere on the channel, I encourage you to please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can see when I post more videos like this one and better, because there's a lot of things I have planned in the future, a lot of things that I'm working on, and I'd love for you to be right along with me on this cheap fragrance journey, and maybe I can even help you discover something new along the way. And as usual, that's all I have for today's video. Again, thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And as usual, I will see all of you again on the next video on Friday. Be blessed.